welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. So if you're wondering why everything looks a little different, that's because I updated the mod and then the game was incompatible. And so I've just played to where I believe we left off. I'm not entirely sure. A few things have gone differently, I believe. Republican Spain is now winning their civil war and is crushing the nationalists, although the nationalists have been able to keep a foothold in the south of the country. So Tangier is a country, apparently, run by the Control Committee. Yeah, I believe Tangiers was a, or Tangier was a international city. One of the very first international cities. Let's see, what's going on? I haven't done anything really other than built factories. That's the main thing I've done. Also, I've created the Foreign Legion as an elite unit. I don't think any of them will be done by the time World War II actually begins. But, you know. Coastal Fort, I don't care. I want Levy en masse. Because infantry equipment will cost less. I have some free factories. I do. Let's put them into making tanks. My dog is chewing on my chair. So do we have any new ships? We do. We have a light cruiser I can add to this fleet. I've also been bolstering the French fleet. I've been trying to figure out our manpower problem. We have 24 divisions here. In the south of the country, we have 12. And then we have a attacking division to counter German offensive through Belgium, which is under Alphonse Juin, who is a panzer leader. So, hopefully we'll be okay. Hopefully. If I remember correctly, what happened last time was I was recording at night, and let me turn down the radio real quick. I had the radio turned up because I was playing to this point. I wanted to listen to the music. There we go. What I was doing was I was recording, because I record these in bulk usually. I record like 2 or 3 episodes at a time, and then I upload them over the course of the week or 2 weeks, whenever I feel like getting through editing. But I had the Czechoslovakia pop-up had come up, and I was about to read it, and I dragged it away. I like went to move it because a pop-up had come up underneath of it, and I wanted to read what happened. And I clicked stand with Czechoslovakia, and Germany declared war on Czechoslovakia, and then just completely annihilated me. Because I didn't have the backing of the British anymore. Also, apparently Stanley Baldwin's still leader of the Allies. Or the Prime Minister of Britain. But yeah. So that happened. And then the mod updated and was incompatible. So the save file was incompatible. I couldn't load it at all. So I figured I'll just start fresh, and then I'll get to the point where I think we were, and then I'll start recording it again as the same Let's Play. I mean, basically it is the same. Nothing happened. The only thing I did differently was I let them remilitarize the Rhineland. Just because in that war I had with them, it was unable to immediately take effect of occupying the Rhineland. I couldn't get through this way fast enough to occupy it. I'd got to maybe here, to this river, to the actual Rhine, and then that's where my forces stalled. So, see, what am I actually building construction-wise? Looks like a lot of military factories, what I have queued up. And then I have, looks like I have defenses, alpine defenses, and then some anti-aircraft. I also think am I upgrading my aircraft, or did I already upgrade my aircraft? I'm not building any aircraft. I did upgrade my aircraft. So I have interwar fighters, or those are my most numerous planes, at least. These biplanes, which are just trash. So I'm going to change over to the these fighters. so I can at least attempt to combat German air superiority. Because my fighters are not reliable, especially being interwar fighters. But we're going to do levy en masse, and then I think I'm going to do Navy focus, so I can get some new naval bases. And then I'll probably do carrier focus, although I only have one aircraft carrier. And I'm building new battle cruisers. That'll be done in 5 months. I'm also building 2 other, like, cruisers. So those naval yards will help. The largest fleet I have definitely is the Flotte de Haute Mers. But this is my 3 battleship fleet, heavy cruisers, light cruisers, lots of destroyers. So I have a very massive fleet. Other than that, they've changed some of the portraits and stuff like that, so. Oh, also, I was able to, I don't know, facilitate, I guess would be the best word, a Republican or Democratic rebellion in Sicily. And so far, they've held out. So my ultimate plan is to knock Sicily out of the war quickly. And as soon as the war starts, just basically what's going to happen is, as soon as I take out Tripoli, so once the invasion of Libya is done, and the capture of Ethiopia by the British is complete, I'm going to take my African troops, my North African troops here, under Jean de Lettre de Tassigny, and I'm going to base them in Sicily for a possible invasion on the Italian peninsula. We'll probably circumvent the Italian main force here, and instead I'll land troops on this side of the foot of Italy and march up this way. At least that's the plan. I don't know how my these guys are all colonial brigades, along with 4 or 5 divisions of regulars. So I don't know how they're going to handle it. But if Italy has most of her army focused down here in the Civil War, then I should be able to march my mountain army down into Italy and have a 2-pronged attack into Italy proper. That is, if they decide to join the Germans. Germans have some panzer divisions on the flanks. But I have a bunch of motorized infantry, lots of cavalry, tanks. So I chose all my quick moving units to be a strike force. So yeah. Other than that, I mean, we're just waiting. It is 1938, so I'm pretty sure we're right where we need to be. I think I'm making garrison troops. Should be sending somewhere? Yes, I am. I'm making garrison troops that I can send to the Far East. Dive bombing, ground support, formation fighting, peace initiative, undestroy. On, I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, dive bombing. What have I done here? I'm still working on that. Okay. So I've started with fleet and being. Grand battle fleet. My doctrines are pretty slow. Tank upgrade. Ooh, support weaponing. Support weaponing. Support weapons, definitely a need be. Let's let's see, we're going to need more planes to be fielded by the Germans. Did I do dispersed industry as well? I did. I have done dispersed industry. So that they cannot bomb the shit out of me. I mean, they'll be able to bomb me, but it won't be as effective. I mean. So how close is he to the, speak of the devil? He's almost done the annexation of Austria. So then, I'll have to deal with him later. Let's get these guys to trained levels. Good, good. That's all I wanted. I wanted them to be at trained levels. Right now, they're just acting as the garrison. Although I should be ready to move them to the border. Italy's too busy fighting. I'm gonna move them to the border, and then your goal would be to invade like this. A capture of Tripoli. And I would want them to move along the coast. Invading the desert is not my cup of tea. So let's get the radio. The reinforcement rate will be faster. I think the Germans already have 30 divisions on their border to me, whereas I only have 24. So levy en masse, the Anschluss of Austria. This violates Versailles. So the Germans, I suspect, will be moving troops elsewhere to deal with this. What are they doing now? Air innovations. I can do Grand Batterie. I kind of want to get army reform. But I think fortification focus is probably pretty good at this point. How many things am I making? Making almost 100 guns a day. We need more artillery. The Marco Polo Bridge incident. Interesting. Cool, my Foreign Legion, my first round of Foreign Legion troops will be out, which means I'll have 5 divisions of elite Foreign Legion to be able to put somewhere. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but, the Foreign Legion I made as elite fighting units. Let me see if I can open their template. But I gave them very much combat width. So they have a large combat width. But on the flank is cavalry and motorized infantry, and then support the recon, support artillery, and anti-air units to hopefully be useful. Yeah, I don't know what the width of the German combat troops is. I don't even know how you could tell that, in all honesty. I know these guys, their width is, like if I were to click on the template for these guys, their width is only 3. Also, we're missing infantry, like, desperately. Have an infantry equipment shortage. As much as we would like to have, and these guys are my puppet, right? Yes. So these guys will join me when the war begins, which means I'll be able to invade. I won't have to like go all the way around or whatever. These guys part of the UK? They are. I wonder when that triggers to put Neville Chamberlain in office instead of Stanley Baldwin. These guys are pretty much done. What are we waiting for? Waiting for tanks. They have 0 armor. We're only waiting for a little bit more tanks, it looks like. Yeah, I only need a few more tanks. Planes, we need a lot of planes because the old planes need to be upgraded. I have a lot of old planes. Let's see, I have a Air Force base here. Can I do new? I only still have interwar fighters. Where are these new fighters going? I'm making 4 a month. God, that's really bad. Got an oil plant. I could do excavation, machine tool. Let's do mechanical computing, I think. I don't know that I'll be able to finish it by the time the war ends, but you know. I think it'll help. Even if I do this, it'll just, you know. Oh wait, so I'll do new factories to make more guns. Need the ground army to be prepared. Especially when Turkey joins the war and I have to invade that country. Also, Japan should be going to war with China here eventually. Now the Germans look like they have even more troops on my border. 27 to my 24. Although, I think I'll be moving the Foreign Legion into the Alsace region. But I'm gonna wait for more of them to be done. The first 5 divisions of Foreign Legion will be deployed to... Actually, can I rush these units? I can. Alright, so let's bring these guys to a lower priority. We'll do 1 more set of Foreign Legion. And these units will go... I'll put them here on the border. Elite units of Foreign Legion. So we should be okay. At least it'll help bolster defenses. The next thing I'm going to do is put the mountain brigades, the alpine brigades up higher, because we need more troops on the alpine front. In the event that Italy joins the war. Now, with them being in a war with Republican Italy, they might not join the war immediately. And they might just deal with their own problems. So if that's the case, I can divert troops against the Germans. But the basic thing is I'll need troops to hold the border with Germany. Like I'll need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 troops. 6 divisions at minimum to hold this. I have 12, so there'll be 2 in each province, roughly. So, with that being said, the invasion of Italy, he's definitely going to put troops on my border. But he has a lot of fighting forces down here, fighting against these guys. I'm gonna offer them military access just as a as a offer them military access as a thing. They can move troops through France. Have to be transparent with the next government of Italy, especially if they join the Allies. I don't know if they will or not, but you know. I think I definitely need to go with Britain next. Got another factory. I could be making 100 guns. 1 tank every day. I need new tanks. And be able to make almost a plane and a half a week. Or a day. A week or a day? Week. 1 plane a week. I have a lot of... The only thing I might need is oil, and I'm already getting that from the United States, so should be okay. Manpower's low. Next chance I get, I'm gonna change civilian economy over to early mobilization. So whenever I gain enough political power. I think I'll do Navy focus next. I could do Little Entente, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia, Romania, and Poland. None of those seem like good guarantees. We have Yugoslavia, which I don't know how powerful they are at all. I don't even know if they have good armies, let alone that. Romania, maybe, but Romania will get crushed via the Soviet Union later on if Romania decides to capitulate and then join the Axis. And then Czechoslovakia. Czechoslovakia almost always gets completely annihilated by the Germans. My elite foreign legion. We'll train a little bit so we can get these guys up to a like veteran or whatever train status. Build up on the Chinese border. We fortified ourselves. I can do Alpine forts, or I can go with Britain. Let's go with Britain, and then I'll do Alpine forts. Because the British are probably my best bet for surviving. I don't want to place my hopes on Czechoslovakia, just because they're surrounded on 3 sides, basically, by Germany, or by 2 sides, more rather. And that's a dangerous place to be for these guys. So I can't help them. Won't be able to. Not that it'll be impossible, I'm not going to. But yeah. Let me change the color of this. Make it more. Make it like a Belgian orange almost. Or a Dutch orange. Because they'll be invading the lowlands. With those Foreign Legion divisions, I have 29. I have 29 divisions. On the border, so we should be okay. Should be. Keyword. keyword is always should be, especially in situations like this. But I think we're gonna stop this part here for now. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it quite a bit. When we return, hopefully the game won't crash. It'll be 1938, and we will be dealing with Germany in about a year. So, thanks for watching. Until next time, stay tuned.